Hi there, this is Navneet and welcome to my channel Navneet Technical. In the last video, we saw how to start our first Hello React program. And coming to this video, we are going to see what is JSX and why JSX in React. So without getting any delay, let's start. First of all, open Visual Studio Code in the first React app which we have created in the first video. I already opened my VS Code. You can see here. Now for the first thing we have to do is let's run our React app. As it takes time, we'll just start our React app now itself. So to do that, just press Ctrl J or Ctrl tilde, and which will open a terminal for us. Now just type in npm start and click enter, and it will start a React server for us. Now just close it. See, the first thing we are going to do in this video is delete all the files which are not required for us. Okay, now let's start with the public. We don't require this fav icon, so we are going to delete this fav icon and these logos. We don't require these logos as well, so we will just delete those logos as well, and this manifest.json and this one. See, in order to delete multiple files at a time, just hold your control key and select the files which you want to delete and press the delete button on your keyboard, which will delete all the files you have selected. See, now our public folder has only one file, that is index.html. And now coming to source, we don't want this app.css and app.js, app.test.js. Just accept the index.js and index.css. Delete the other files. Okay, just save, hold your control key and just select the files which you want to delete. And now that's it. Now our files, that is our folders, are very straightforward. That is, we do have only one HTML file that is in public, and one JS file that is the index.js, and one is the CSS that is the index.css file. Now we know that the starting point of our React app is the index.js. So let's start with that. Now delete all the code, that is clear all the code which is present in index.js. Now we are going to start everything from scratch and see and write every line of code from scratch. See, whenever you are working with React, the two packages which we should definitely import are the two packages. Those are React and React DOM. See, our localhost is starting. I'll just minimize this. So the first two packages we should definitely import are React and React DOM. So let us import them by saying import React from React, and the second one is import React DOM from React DOM. Now somehow I just want to show something onto my browser. That is, it may be a text in H1, or it may be an image, or it may be a paragraph, anything. But somehow I just want to show something onto my browser. So in order to do that, React DOM offers a method called render. That is React DOM dot render off. Sorry, not React, it is React DOM dot render off, which takes three arguments. That is, the first one is a element, second one is a container, and the third one is a callback. Now what are these? That is the element, container, and the callback. See, the element is nothing but it will be the React element. So what to show? That is, say if you want to show an image, so we will make a React element with an image. Say if you want to show a text in H1, so we will make a React element with the text in H1. So that is nothing but the element. Now the second argument, coming to the second argument, what is this container? So the container is a place where we show this particular element. That is, say if you want to show this image on a particular div, whose ID is something, or whose ID is something like that. So that is nothing but the container. And this callback is nothing but it is a function which executes after the rendering is being finished. So now we can show something onto our screen with the help of this render method. But what is this element? Now we have to create a React element, right? So how to do that? That is how to create a React element. So in order to create a React element, React offers a method called create element. So React dot create element, and this also takes three parameters. The first one is type, and the second one is properties. See, you can see VS Code is suggesting that for the first one is the type, and the second one is the props, which is nothing but the properties, and the third one is children. Now again, what are these three? That is the type, props, and the children. See, the type here is nothing but it may be of any HTML type. That is, it may be of H1, it may be a paragraph, it may be an image, or it may be of any HTML type. That is like HTML and that like that. And these props, see, we give a class to a div or a h1 in HTML in order to style it using CSS. So like that, we can pass properties like that. Say for an image, we have source and alternate property. So like that, we can pass in these props. And the children is nothing but what to show in between the tags. See, if you want to show some text, say React in between the h1 tags, so React will come in this place of this children. So that is nothing but the children. Now let us take an example. Okay, now I think you got an idea of a create element and render, and what are the arguments they take and what are they. Now we shall create a div. Say, listen carefully. Now we will create a div, and in that we will create a heading tag under which we will show an image. Okay, now we have to create a div tag, and in that we should have an heading and an image which will be shown below the heading. Okay, in order to do that, we have to create a react element, that is with the help of this react create element, right? Now let's comment this by just clicking control and forward slash. See, the type is gonna be, we say we want div, right? So in order to take that, just type in div, and the props we want to pass is, that is null. See, I don't want to style my div with anything, I just want a plain div. So if you are not passing any properties, the value will be null, so you should pass the null. And the children a h1 tag in the div, right? So in order to do that, now again you have to type in react dot create element of, I want to show a heading, right? So I will use h1 tag, and I don't want to style, that is I don't want to pass any properties, so I'll just type in null. And I want to show a picture, right? So I'll just type in picture over here. Sorry, it will be string. Okay, now we took a div tag inside which we written an h1, that is with picture. Now I want to show an image over here under this. So to do that, just take a comma. Now again take another react element, that is using react dot create element of, this time I want to pass an image. Okay, it is going, so I'll just toggle the word wrap so that you can see all the lines. I want to pass an image, so the type will be of image, and the properties are src, right? The properties will be src, and I already copied an link for an image, so I'll paste that link over here. You can take any link, okay? And the second one I want to pass is the alt property, that is pic. Oh, sorry, I just we should give colon over here and a comma over here. Okay, now we successfully created a React element with a div tag inside which we have a h1 tag and an image under it. Now we should show this onto the screen, right? Now we have what to show, that is a div tag with a h1 and a image, but we have to show this where we want to show this onto the div tag in this HTML, that is onto this div tag which whose id is root. Okay, now we want to show this div which has a h1 under that which has an image onto the div, onto this div which is in index.html and whose id is root, right? So in order to do that, now I'll just comment out, I'll just remove this and I will element. See, we have created a React element, right? We'll just assign it to we can also assign this to a variable. Okay, that this element will be the this React element, that is a div under which a h1 and a image, and the second one is a container, right? So container means where to show this image. I just want to show that image under that div, right, which is index.html. So in order to access any div or anything with an id, we will use document dot get element by id, right? So in JavaScript, so just type in document dot get element by id, that is whose id is root. So now what to show is being finished, that is the element, and where to show, that is on that onto that div whose id is root. Now this callback, what is this callback? It is just a function. So I'll just take an arrow function over here and I'll just console log rendered. See, this will execute after rendering, right? So I'll just say it is rendered. That's it, guys. Now just press Ctrl S, save, and we will head over to our browser to see. Just refresh the browser. See, you can see a h1 tag over here, that is a picture, and under that image. Let me open my tabs on side by side so that you can see properly. I'll just close my sidebar with a shortcut Ctrl B. See, now with the help of this create React element, the first thing we have done is we have created a div tag inside which we do have two React elements. So those are, the first one is a h1, that is a picture, and under that we shown an image. So like this, we will create a React elements and we will show, that is we will render onto the screen. But say if you want to show some say 10 pictures or 20 pictures, see, imagine how the code will be. See, it will be nested and going on. See, and if you want to say if you want to add another h1 over here, or if you want to add another div, and inside that div say you want to place 20 images, see how the code will be, right? It will be totally exceed some 1000 lines, or it may be 100 lines, like that. So this code is not in a proper way, right? So you can escape from this, that is a nesting and writing a create element, etc, etc, with the help of JSX. So here comes the JSX, that is here JSX comes into picture. So how JSX will help us to get out of this one? So now we are creating the element with the help of a create element method, and we are specifying what the type is and what it is, that is maybe null or property, and etc, etc. So this is a without JSX, before JSX. Now let's see after the JSX coming into picture how the code will be. Okay, now I'll declare the same element with the help of JSX. So const element equal to. Now with the help of JSX, we can use just HTML tags without the create element method. That means we can use the HTML tags directly without using the that is react dot create element. So what we want to do, we want to show a div tag, right? So just type in div, and in that we want a h1 tag, right? So just type in h1 and picture, and under that we just want to show an image, right? So just type in angular bracket and image and just close it. And to that we have a proper attribute that is src. And we'll paste the link over here, and we should definitely pass the alt also. See, while using the JSX attribute image, we should definitely pass the alt prop also. And as it is that is there are no children, I will just self close it. What is this? Redundant alt attribute screen readers image tags. You don't need to use the words image. Okay, now let's save this and let's see what will happen. See, now we are achieving the same result with just a few lines of code. That is just say how many lines of code this is, just with a very few lines of code. And previously we achieved the same result with these many lines of code. See, that's why JSX is very powerful. With the help of JSX we can just directly specify the HTML tags inside the JavaScript without help of any methods like react dot create element methods. Okay, now let's remove this image, and if you want, say if you want to show an another h1 tag, just type in h1 and press tab, say picture and say photo. And if you want to render a p tag, just type in p and press tab and just cool. And if you want to take say anchor tag, so just press a and tab google.com. So like that, let's say line killing. So like this you can directly specify HTML tags inside an element without using any methods. So that's the power of the JSX. Now just control S save and refresh your browser. Say you can see a picture, photo, school and link. So this is called JSX. So this h1 and this h1 and the tags where we can see is but it is not the it is looking like HTML tags, but these are not the HTML tags, and these are called the JSX. So now we saw what is JSX and why JSX is important. See, with the help of JSX we can write a code in very simpler manner, and the code is very readable and very short. I'll just clear all these. So I think you understood what is JSX. See, but after the React, that is a latest version, that is 17.0.1, you can get this from here. Just open, press Ctrl B and just go to package.json and again press Ctrl B. See, you can see the version of React installed on this system. See, it is a 17.0.1, right? See, now you no need to include this React anymore in the latest version of the React. Now press Ctrl S save. Now you will get the same result. See, actually in older versions we should definitely import that React actually, but now after the latest version, that is 17.0.1, no need to import that React also. Without importing that React also, we can render the JSX. Now say if you want to write any expression that is say 2 plus 2 like that, now just you can do that with the help of curly braces. Now I'll just copy this and I'll say value colon, and I'll say here 2 plus 2. So now just press Ctrl S, save, and just refresh your browser. See, you can see 4 over here. So like this, if you want to write JavaScript inside a JSX, you can just specify them in curly braces. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. In this video we saw what is JSX and why JSX is so important, and in the next video we will see some more features of JSX. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe for further updates. Thanks for watching.